Look how fast she is. She's gonna come slinging at me like a pogo stick today. Look at that. She is a beast of a king cobra. I've known this snake since she was literally 7 feet long and about like 5, 6 years old. It looks like we've got some stuck shed. We've got like some big head caps right around here that seem to be stuck. So I think what I'll do is I'll soak him in this can and let that stuff froth off. Has skin stuck inside of it. Oh, we gotta be very careful. He's death rolling on me. Hello, my handsome boy. You look so beautiful today. And today is the brightest day of the year, because today is the day that you shed your skin and we celebrate. Oh, hello, beautiful people. What is going on? Welcome back to my wildlife. Just hanging out here in my serpentarium, just getting everything situated, making sure everyone's nice and clean. And something that I noticed is that Kevin the king cobra finally busted throughout his old shed, and he's looking super pretty. It looks like he shed just about all of that old skin off. There's a lot of poop in here. He did eat a python that was about 7 feet long about a week ago, so we gotta clean up in here. Gotta get mostly new mulch, maybe do a whole entire deep clean and get Kevin soaking. We got a nice tub of water right here, so he can soak, he can hydrate. If there is any stuck shed, it'll help get that off, help it froth off. For you guys who don't know Kevin's actually like a 14-foot long king cobra. King cobras are the longest venomous snakes on the planet. We have the king cobra being the longest venomous snake on the planet, and the second longest venomous snake on the planet would be the black mamba. A male black mamba can get 14 feet, while a male king cobra can get roughly 17 to maybe even 18 feet long. And it actually looks, now that I'm looking at Kevin, you know, he sees he's not getting too defensive right now, so I can walk up to him, I can do my thing. Not a guide to anyone else out there to handle king cobras like this, but I know this guy pretty well. I know his personality. And when I get close and I look at him at this angle, I can see that the side of his face is extremely beige. It looks like a brand new set of scales. But then on top of his head, it looks like we've got some stuck shed. We've got like some big head caps right around here that seem to be stuck. So I think what I'll do is I'll soak him in this can and let that stuff froth off. Look how beautiful he looks after shedding his skin. I mean, seriously. His skin, his scales are like neon yellow. He is so beautiful. He's a little defensive right now because I haven't taken him out in probably over 2 weeks. Let's see. Let's just get him into the can. Nice and smooth, Kevin. Nice and smooth. Look how beautiful he is. Ooh. Watch out, watch out. All right, we're going to get him right into this can of water. I mean, a snake holding receptacle, that is. Good terminology here. All right, so let me just get him in. Let's see what we can do here. There we go. He's in the can, but I didn't have the lid ready, so let me get the lid. There we go. Come here, big boy. Nice and easy. Had an awesome weekend. Celebrated 4th of July with all the friends and family. And now just hanging out with my big king cobra, giving him a nice bath. What more could I ask for? Time with daddy, huh? Kevin, we talked about this. Please behave. Please behave. Notice he's not really too bitey or anything. That's because I've had him for about 3 years or so, and he knows I'm not a threat. Although, I wouldn't handle my other king cobra like that, because she'd gnaw my hand on my wrist and venomate me and try to kill me like that. Because she's not used to being handled. She's never been used to being handled, even though I've known her for a very long time. And we're probably going to take her out too, because she needs a little assistance soaking, right, Kevin? We need to help out Justina? Yes, we do. All right, right into the can, buddy. All right, buddy, right there. Nice and easy, just getting my big old boy Kevin into the can. All right, so let's get this nice and cleaned up. Let's get my trash can, snake holding receptacle, trash can, snake holding receptacle, trash can. Get it right. Pay attention. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to yell at you. Don't tell your mother. All right, so now what we're gonna do is take out all this nasty, spicy meatballs and put it right there for scientific research later. Very nice. Ooh, lots of deliciousness in there. The joys of working with a lapidae. A lapidae, you might ask yourself, what the hell is that? A lapidae is the family that king cobras come from. They are the fast, striky snakes, front fixed fang, very potent neurotoxic venom, and also they have fast metabolism. So these are lapidae snakes. When they eat, they go to the bathroom fast. All right, I'm gonna get the rest of this poop out. There's a lot of shed in the back of the enclosure. I was hoping that we'd have like a whole entire shed from this king cobra, but because he's so big, it tends to throw off in chunks and whatnot. Look at that. Huge belly scales. I mean, just look at the size of those belly scales. That's incredible. Now that we got our contractors coming out, actually tomorrow, to help us do some rebuilds on the garage wall and on our double door. After that's all done, we're finally gonna move on to the rest of the Serpentarium, getting all the drywall taken care of, getting the walk-in king cobra enclosures taken care of. So by the end of the year, I'm hoping everything's squared away. We got some of our crock ponds squared away. We got our perimeter fence around the whole property, the Serpentarium squared away. We got the AC, we got the walk-in king cobra enclosures, drywall everywhere. It's gonna be awesome. So all that's gonna get squared away, and then next year we're going back to expeditions. We're going back to Africa. Oh, we've never been to Africa. We're going to Africa. We're going back to Asia. We're going back to Australia to see Ricky Mac from the Outback, my brother from another mother, another continent. I am so excited. All right, I'm just gonna dump out this water because we need only the freshest for my baby boy. Oh, wow. Looks like he was hiding his meatball soup back here. All right, let's get into it. No gloves required. Oh, nice. All right, guys, we're done. Got a deep clean, just decided to clean the whole thing because it was just covered in crap. I mean, even the parts that weren't that dirty, he ended up just rubbing his filthy cloaca over everything, painting it up with his poop. So let's get this whole can out of the way, which, by the way, that is all just from his enclosure, that whole entire can. Now, Kevin, I'm sure, is ready to get out of that old shed that's just stuck on the top of his head. It's probably very irritating. Look at him, there he is. Actually, some of it started to throw off right here, which is why we do the soaking. See, that came off with the chin. And just because we soaked him in some water, just throws off much easier. What's going on, dude? I see you have some stuck shed in your nostril. You have stuck shed in actually a couple spots. So what I'm going to do is gently get him from behind the head. There we go. And obviously, compared to some other king cobras, he is much more placid. You would not do that to any king cobra unless you were very, very experienced and know what you're doing. You know, when you handle these venomous reptiles, it's just like these big-time dirt bikers doing these crazy big jumps. They've been doing it their whole lives. They've had lots of mishaps and lessons to learn over that period of time, which makes them the best dirt bikers on the planet. And in the same situation with alligators and crocodiles, you have to have lots of experience to be able to pull off maneuvers like this. It's very dangerous and not for beginners. So never replicate anything you see me do in my show. See some skin right there just came off. And you notice, he's not out to get me. Even if I let him go, he starts just to crawl. He realizes I'm not trying to hurt him. Unlike my female king cobra, which will definitely take a bite out of me if I'm not careful. But what I gotta do is restrain him one more time. And you see this nostril right here? Look at that, that nostril has skin stuck inside of it. Oh, we gotta be very careful, he's death rolling on me. See this skin right here? We gotta get it without getting chomped. Because him being a front fixed fang snake, the fangs are right there at the front of the face. Oh, there we go, right there. Out of the nostril, easy peasy. Let's get some more skin off the chin. It looks like a majority of that skin is off. Do you guys see anything out there? You see anything on the nostrils? All right, let's see. I think there's one more actually, right at the tip of the snout. You see this? Look at this, right at the tip of the snout. The scale seems to be pretty stuck. Let's see if we can just use my thumbnail. There we go. There we go, that little skin right there. And notice I'll let him go. He's not trying to hurt me. This is not a guide to go up to a wild king cobra and handle them like this. The whole purpose of me showing you him not going after me is to show to you guys that these animals want nothing to do with us. Although he's a captive individual and he's been around people for the most part, at the end of the day, these apex predators want nothing to do with us. Even if it is the biggest venomous snake on the planet, it has the biggest venom glands of any venomous reptile on the planet, and they eat other venomous snakes. That's all it is. They eat other venomous snakes, they eat other reptiles, they don't eat people, they want nothing to do with us. If anything, the only time people get themselves into situations to get bit is when they try to mimic somebody like me who can handle a king cobra, and they don't know the handling techniques. They haven't had the experience to take on every single move that they throw at you. You know, it's like playing the video over and over again, seeing all the different boss levels, seeing all the different ways that you die in the game. Well, when you handle these animals for so long, you have so many situations happen to you, you expect almost everything coming at you. Mainly with reptiles. I wouldn't say that for mammals, because reptiles can be very, very predictable, whereas big cats, bears, stuff like that, will pretend to be your friend, and then moments later sink its fangs right into you. So it's all different. All wildlife is different for handling, especially reptiles, crocs, the big venomous snakes. Look at this big beauty. I love him so much. He's such a beast of a king cobra. Look at that. What a monster king cobra. And he's gonna have a giant walk-in king cobra enclosure right here where I'm standing, 15 feet deep, 7 feet tall, 10 feet wide. Big piece of glass right in front of the enclosure, so when you guys come and hang out with me here at Chandler's Wild World, I'll go inside the enclosure, pick up the king cobra, and bring Kevin right up to the glass so you guys can experience a real king cobra up close and personal without any of the dangers of actually working with a king cobra. All right, guys, what I'm gonna do now is let Kevin stretch, because I need to still put the mulch inside the enclosure, but now that we got all that frothed off skin, we can let him roam in this big open area, let him stretch. Since he's a big snake and he doesn't have that big walking enclosure yet, we want him to stretch his muscles, move around, do his thing. As long as he doesn't go behind any cages and pulls down any wires, we're good. So we're gonna let him crawl around, get some exercise. I'm gonna fill up some new mulch to make him have the most beautiful setup you could ever dream of. Keep dreaming, because it's happening, my friend. All right, guys, I'm just gonna put the glass back. We're gonna put that fresh water back for Kevin. Just gonna make sure everything's nice and neat before he goes back to his enclosure. Kevin, you ready? He's getting a little defensive. Notice he starts to hunt up just a little bit. Oh, don't get twitchy. It's okay. Relax, relax. He's being a little defensive. Okay, relax, relax. All right. Let's put Kevin back in his enclosure. He's nice and happy. We pulled off that stuck skin. And now he can relax on some new fresh mulch. No poop, no nasty stinks. All he's gonna smell are all those new smells from the mulch. Nice enrichment for the snake. Right, Kevin? Look how beautiful he is, the way his skin pops on that coloration. So vibrant. Let's get that big tail in there. You like it? Huh? Looking around? You look so handsome. You look so handsome right now. They are just so intelligent. Literally, this is the most intelligent snake species on the planet, and you can see it right in those eyes. All right, let's make sure we get the lock on so we're locked and secure. Nice and safe, nothing's gonna get out. And now, Justina. Hello, Justina. Justina's my female king cobra, very touchy. She's made a bit of a mess of her enclosure. She needs fresh water, she also needs a soak. She's nothing like Kevin. So watch as we handle this king cobra and see its personality in comparison of Kevin the king cobra. Justina being an Indonesian king cobra, you can know she's darker in coloration and more defensive too. So let's get that snake hook. Let's get this beauty out. Come on. She's already growling. That's what king cobras are famous for. They're a crazy growl. They have a modified trachea, which allows them to create this sound in defense when they're upset. See, look how fast she is. She's gonna come slinging at me like a pogo stick today. And she's almost black because she's going through that deep part of shed where all of her coloration is just very dark. Nice and easy, baby, nice and easy. Look at that, that's a real king cobra right there. This is one that you don't take too many chances with because of how defensive she is. She'd rather survive than give you the chance to mess with her. Meaning she'll get out of the way in time, or she'll give you a deadly envenomation if you don't leave her alone. Relax, relax. In the can, it's okay. There we go. Okay. Relax. Oh, look at that mouth. I'm gently touching her on the hood. Relax, relax. All right, we gotta get her into this can without a problem. We'll get you in the can. Nice and smooth, like a buttered biscuit. Nice and smooth. Lay the butter in the biscuit. Ooh. Nice and easy, Justina. Just take a bath. It's good for your skin. You're looking crusty, Justina. Justina. Here we go. Ha! Easy peasy lemon squeezy. What can I say? I did it without even dropping a sweat. Stay out of the comment section. Don't say anything about sweat. All right, so let's get this cleaned up. It's actually not too bad. I just want to get her fresh water make sure she's got everything that she needs in her enclosure while she's going through shed. The biggest part is when she's deep in shed, to let her soak like that, so it helps with the shedding process. So she has a nice, easygoing shed like Kevin did, where he only had like 1 or 2 scales stuck, and most of the shed came off. That's what we want for her, because with that cranky defensive attitude, we really don't want to pick skin off around her face, because she doesn't like it. So we're going to let her be, let her soak. I'm going to take care of this enclosure, and I'll see you guys in a second. Alright guys, we're good to go. Fresh water. We got the cage cleaned up. Kevin's enjoying his new mulch. Look how beautiful this King Cobra is. Kevin is such a beast. He deserves the best, and I cannot wait to see him in a big walk-in enclosure by the end of this year. It's been a crazy ride. Seriously, like 3.5 months of living at this property, paying for the mortgage payments, paying for Ruth to do her things, paying for my personal bills, paying for all these animals, and not knowing for 3.5 months if I could use my whole entire 11 acres or use just 2 acres, because that's what the county was trying to do to me. They're literally trying to square me up into one portion of my property zoned for agricultural and trying to say I can't use the rest of my land, which is crazy because of how much money I'm paying for this land. It's a big investment for my animals. It's been so crazy. I'm talking to you guys about it now because, like, obviously you guys want to know what's going on, and I was only able to give you little bits and pieces until, you know, everything was finalized, everything was taken care of. But now I have a lawyer, we've been taking care of business. FWC has spoken up to the county and saying, hey, we don't care about zoning, we only care about acreage. It's 5 acres to own crocodiles, Chandler has 11. So at the end of the day, I've done everything legally, I've done everything I'm supposed to do for the state, and that's why I'm still able to stay here on McCarty Road doing my thing. But yeah, I just felt like I should tell you guys, it's been rough. It's been real rough, you know. It's fun to film these videos. It's fun to get in front of you guys and teach you guys about animals. But it's also stressful because I'm running a whole entire business. I got employees. I got multiple businesses for clothing. I got the Patreon site. I got the YouTube. I got the other YouTubes I'm trying to start. I have to take care of all this wildlife on my own. So it's a lot of stuff. It's a lot of craziness. But now that we're finally moving on, it feels good. It only took 3.5 months of being handcuffed, not being able to do anything with this property, not knowing what I can do with the property, which was just driving me insane. But now we're good to go. We have the contractor coming out tomorrow. We're going to start working on the serpentarium, get the serpentarium knocked out. After the serpentarium's knocked out, we're getting our perimeter fence taken care of so the whole entire property has a perimeter fence, and we can keep our wildlife wherever on the property as long as it's within the rules of FWC. And we're going to move on. We're going to do what we're meant to do. This is the whole point of moving to this property out in almost the middle of nowhere, is to use it for my wildlife, to create a conservatory for endangered species and breed these animals and raise awareness for species. You know, this has been a goal since I was a little kid. But the moment I got to this property, I was stoked. I was excited. And then literally a day later, I'm getting phone calls from the county. I'm hearing the neighbors going after me. They're holding giant secret meetings about me, not inviting me, and plotting against me. So I've literally been trying to juggle 8 balls at the same time while taking care of my animals with my foot and while trying to pay Ruth with this other foot. Like, it's been nuts. It's been a nuts ride. But just know that it's all for a good cause. It's all for wildlife. It's all for a good time. And for you guys that live near me, all those neighbors that were upset, I'm sure by now you've watched plenty of videos and you've done some research and realized I am not a bad guy. I'm not letting grizzly bears run loose on the property or anything like that. I'm just here to preserve wildlife and have a good time. So I love you guys. I just want to give you that little message before we put Justina back, because you never know if Justina will... No, I'm not going to open it like that. You never know when handling Justina how crazy she might get. But just want to let you guys know we're moving on. Everything's happening. And by the end of the year, we're going to have everything squared away. Serpentarium's done. Croc enclosure's going. And then next year, we're going back to expeditions. We're traveling the world while raising money and awareness for wildlife. That's all it's about. All right, let's see what Justina's all about. Let's see how she's doing. I can hear her growling already. Hey, Cupcake. All right, look at her. She's just like, just a beautiful dark coloration right now with that. Oh, a little defensive. A little defensive now. She does not mess with her. She does not mess around at all. Ooh, relax, relax. Look at that. She is a beast of a King Cobra. I've known this snake since she was literally 7 feet long and about like 5-6 years old. I met her when I was 17, 18 years old. Justin owned her. Justin Igualada, also known as Bite Force.
And he sold this snake to another venomous keeper. That venomous keeper years later wanted to get rid of her, and that's how she ended up with me here at Chandler's Wild World in the Serpentarium. And now she gets to live the rest of her life here in captivity with us. So one of the first king cobras I had the opportunity of working with growing up now lives the rest of its life with me at the facility. And also, down the road, we're going to be getting a crocodile. That was one of the first crocodiles that I ever had the opportunity of working with. And he's going to get to live the rest of his life out here too. And we'll learn more about that later this year. All right, let's get Justina back in without her getting too crazy on me. Nice and easy, baby. Look, your enclosure's over there. It's okay. Oh, relax. Oh, you see that? Look, she musked all over me. Do not be fooled. This is not mustard. This is musk, a mixture of poo and pee. It's their defense to spray onto a predator, last resort, so they don't have to bite the predator and waste their venom. And that just shows you that these guys want nothing to do with us. I'm sorry, this lady wants nothing to do with us. Nice and easy, baby. She's so defensive right now, it's gonna be a little difficult. But we just gotta redirect her and make her do what she naturally would do, which is go and find a nice dark place. There you go. Whoop, and you pooped on me a little bit more mustard. Come on, come on. Too much mustard for me. I'm more of a ketchup guy. I'm more of a ketchup guy, Justina. Get your tail in there, get your tail in there. I don't like mustard. Oh, well. Looks like, anyone got some fish sticks for this custard I got? Let's lock this enclosure nice and secure. We're gonna put this big old mat on top, this big picnic table tarp. I'm gonna put it right over. And now it's the cloak of invisibility. We can't see, oh, never mind. All right, beautiful people, I will see you on the next one. Stay beautiful, stay safe, and most of all, don't forget to check us out on Patreon for exclusive content. And also don't forget to check us out on ChandlersWildlife.com, because if you guys buy t-shirts, if you support us on Patreon, if you do any of that stuff, you're helping support the big goal of this facility being built out. We need to raise as much money as possible before the year's over to get this place finished up, and I know you guys can help us out. We appreciate every little t-shirt you buy, every sticker, and if you can't afford to buy anything, don't sweat, don't feel bad. Just watch the episodes, share it with your friends, share it with your family, give us a like, share it with your dog. If he doesn't have an iPhone because you won't buy him one. Did I just rub poop on my face? Anyways, I'll see you on the next one. Stay beautiful, stay safe, and most of all, follow your dreams, stay passionate, and never let anyone get in your way. There's lots of hiccups in life, but those are just the challenges that test you to see how bad you really want things. I'll see you on the next one. Too much mustard for me. I'm more of a ketchup guy. I'm more of a ketchup guy, Justina.